So mostly high up there. So I think 13 is pretty high. I just went down to 10. I was almost 12, but then when I started my guides, anyways, that's a different story. We are in here. What up, Forecourt Jester? Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So Freya coming in with those M1s, putting lots of pressure. Going to get feared back into the end cap. Does hit the M2. She's taken down to about half health. So we'll see who's going to be able to get the upper hand here as both Jumong's trading. They have the 3 stacks. Good counter there, pulling in 2 people. The fear, though, is going to hit. The Pixie coming out, damage coming in. You see the blue Paloma taking so much damage, getting taken down to a quarter. Going to have to other side and get out. So good job repositioning as Freya is going to get swapped there by the EX space. Coming back in, it does have the static on. Will she hit the hammer? Didn't have it up, it didn't look like. But the blue team in general getting poked down pretty low as Freya trying to run uses the Yeehaw to reposition. So the red Paloma almost at full health. Blue Paloma getting taken down so low, going to get left down and is taken out. There's the ultimate, not going to hit, but gets the counter to pull in. The mark coming out is going to get the kill onto Uldur as blue Jumong, the only one left. So going to mount back up. Jumong, unfortunately, is going to be tough for you to kill 3 people. But, man, good round so far. I like seeing the Freya. I didn't get super hyped there. I kind of was missing it as I was shoutcasting. That's my fault there, but that's what I like to do is the hype. So we'll see. It looked like, though, that the blue Paloma got caught a little bit early. I think the Freya counter pulled her in, and she wasn't really prepared for that, and her team wasn't prepared. And I don't know if she just didn't have other side. I don't know what happened there, but it seemed like she got pretty high pressure early on. Rip bet. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sure you'll be all right. All right, so coming into round 2, we see the same builds coming out here for the Palomas and the same for the Jumong. So who's going to get the advantage early on? We see the links all out. There's that counter again, pulling them in. Uldur going to have to use his space. Jumong getting a little bit of pressure and just mistimes the E, and she is going to hit that in cap. So unfortunately there for Freya, but the heal's coming back out, going to bring her back up to mostly full health. No team has taken serious damage quite yet. It looks like the blue team did end up getting that orb, as I was really surprised by that. The red team had great position. That EX space coming out. Blue Paloma getting dangerously low again, is going to have to fall back. Not dangerously low, but taking decent health. Freya jumping in on the Uldur, hits the counter again. The EX swap coming in, other siding out. Red Paloma going to have to wait to the engage. Freya taking a ton of poke, being the lone melee in this game. So we'll see if she's going to be able to break in. You see her having great patience. Oh, actually, as I say that, she jumps in, the counter coming out. Not going to be triggered. She's going to be very vulnerable. Will they be able to follow up? The EXE coming out. Paloma taken down so low. The all from Uldur. Here comes the red Paloma now taken down super low. There's the kill onto Freya. There's the kill onto Paloma. And now Jumong for the red team going to be the last one. So unfortunately here for Jumong, I don't think he'll be able to come back in a 3v1. They overextended just a little bit onto that blue Paloma. I was really surprised that they didn't get her. But when you overextend that much and you don't get the victory, it's really hard to come back from it, because you end up taking a lot of damage when you go so all in like that. So I'm a bit surprised that they did that, but you know, I guess you got to gamble a little bit to see if you're going to be able to get it. But blue team responds, getting the next round. So Mr. Hoodat on the Paloma getting the high score of 847, doing a great job here on the Paloma. Love seeing Paloma. I like that because you know, you don't see her too much in the 2s, and she got a bit of a nerf in my opinion with her M2 healing getting moved down so much. So I really like seeing her. It's fun to see some other people being played. And so let's see how the builds are coming out here. Overcharge is, I mean, that's pretty expected. And she got the Charge Lightning. I go between that one and I go between the, I'm just kind of surprised she didn't go dual hammer, because she's facing so many ranged. But you know, I'm not a high level player, so I think she wants to get in, gap close, and really punish. So the rewind coming out, so gonna get that accelerated cooldowns, which is good. And then Fire Blaze going to get the Black Arrow, dealing more damage. So it's really good when you're able to use your space twice in a row. And it looks like he's got the Heartseeker on it too. So if he can hit 2 people, he's going to be able to heal up quite a bit. I think it's 24 health, 12 apiece. So he'll be able to heal a bit, and he's going to do 12 additional damage on the board if he hits both of his Heartseekers with that recast. So I like that build. We'll see how it goes for him. as the blue Jumong getting poked a little bit. The M2 is going to miss. As again, he's taking a little bit more poke. The counter is going to be triggered. Uldur is now vulnerable, but no real follow-up able to come out. They didn't want to overcommit. Leaping in, gets the E. Is he going to get the in cap? No. Other side stopping the fear almost immediately. The EX space coming out. Going to heal up just a little bit, but Paloma still taking damage here. Going to other side back out. Will Freya continue to follow up? Gets the in cap. Broken immediately, though, from the rain of arrows, and they're going to have to reset here. So 70 to basically 70. It's about 65%. Both teams are a bit even. Uldur took a bit of the damage. So she comes in, does get the counter. The ult coming out from Blue Paloma. Not going to hit anybody, so no real damage is going to be done by that. So 100 energy not wasted but used. As Uldur taking a bit of poke. Freya's still in there very, very deep. Going to hit those counters. The fear coming out. Other side going to stop it though. She repositions. And the Petrify going to stop some of that pressure though. The root coming out. Going to leap and be able to grab a couple of those small health orbs. So here's the ultimate from the red Jumong. Going to guarantee that his team gets that middle orb. So Freya taking a ton of damage. She's going to leap away. She's down to 1 health. Is she going to be able to get out? The other side coming out. Uldur taking the pressure. And he's going to actually leap away instead of getting that kill. As Blue Jumong and Blue Paloma take it down. So low Jumong's going to be killed. Paloma's going to be killed. As Freya, where did she go? There she is. Uldur desperately wanting the kill. Going to leap. The counter coming out. Is going to get the shield. The follow-up onto him. The time bender is going to be caught. But nothing going to happen of it as Uldur is taken out. And what a swing. Uldur comes out over to the side trying to get that Freya. And that just was devastating to his teammates. So unfortunately for them, when they split, complete breakdown there from the blue team. So nice job by the red team on capitalizing on that. And I'm sure they were communicating, you know, Freya, because they're in Discord together. So I know Freya was like, yo, I'm good. Make them pay, make them pay. Because it was kind of hard. I came down like this to follow it, and when I did that, I missed all that action up top, so it was really unfortunate. Sorry about that, guys. So let's see here how we're going to get into round number 4 as red team has a 2-1 lead. Jumong's just trading as usual, about to get their third stacks. There's the third stack for red Jumong. Freya going to fall back here. The root though onto red Paloma. Red Paloma going to have to space away, taking a bit of damage here from the Jumong again. Jumong coming in onto blue Paloma though. Blue Paloma taken down to half health. Will Freya be able to get into the mix here? Blue Jumong coming onto red Jumong, trading those M1s. There comes Freya. The rain of arrows spacing out the Palomas. So this is a good opportunity to go on the blue Paloma. The other side going to be used. I'm not sure if she has anything else. Unfortunately, her Pixie is not going to be super strong there. So getting that double root from the wolf. No follow-up. There's the counter. Going to pull him in. The root onto blue Jumong. Jumong getting pressure. There's the E. So much damage coming onto Freya. Freya going to take it out super low. Going to get the incap. She's going to fall back. Will this end of time kill her? It does kill her as he juked 2 of the heals coming out from her Paloma. But if they can get this blue team Paloma, they actually have a chance to get red Paloma taken out. And here's the ult. Gets the stun. Not going to be enough as the EXQ. And so it's going to be 2-2 now here in the rounds. Great job from the blue team to respond. That was really close. That Freya, man, they're doing a great job of turning on her. They're hitting the counter, but like just like, hey, forget it. I'm going to hit these counters, and I'm going to plow through it and then do tons of damage. I want to apologize here again, guys. I'm being a little quieter than usual because my wife's sleeping and I don't want to wake her up. Because sometimes I can get super excited and I wake her up, and I prefer not to do that. So sorry about that. What's going on, Nose? Hey, Vlad, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Hope things are going well. All right, 2-2 here for the red and the blue team. Those roots coming out. The counter is going to be triggered. Blue Paloma quite a bit out of position. Going to have to other side. Will they be able to follow up now? The heal has come out, and there is the red other side to get onto that Blue Paloma. Blue Paloma taking a lot of damage. There comes the Q to get onto her again. She's going to have to fall way back. The incapacity onto Uldur. Gets set up with the bear trap. Going to have to space away. So now Uldur has nothing. The root coming out. The counter is going to be hit, jumping in, not going to hit the stun, but follows up with the other side, just missing the hammer, going to fall back. So red team has quite a bit of a health advantage right now. Uldur taken down decently low. They did a good job of putting some pressure on a Paloma. However, red Jumong taking pressure now. That EXQ not going to allow him to do any damage. Going to walk through, not going to hit that bear trap. Actually, that was his bear trap, so never mind. Here comes the in cap, not going to hit, just barely misses. But Freya gets in cap. So following up here, the other side's going to go off. The pressure onto the Paloma, going to get that EX switch. Going to continue to try to follow in the counter. Not going to be triggered. The M2 just missing. M1's coming out as the Wolf gets the kill here as 2 players down for the red team, but blue team is dangerously low. Not going to be able to get that kill onto Paloma. Paloma's going to have to get, though, into range to... Oh, she used the heal off of the orb, which is pretty smart. So Gets the third stack. Well, how will he follow up here? He could get a couple Heart Seeker stacks as he comes in with his space. He's not going to do that quite yet. The Rain of Arrows coming out. Quite a bit of damage coming in. Going to avoid it with the space. I thought he was going to go for that kill, but ends up just falling back. So playing it safe right now. Couple traps coming out, and he's going to have to forfeit that middle orb again, which is really unfortunate for him. And will he be able to clutch this here? There's the Rain of Arrows again. Unfortunately, it was blind, so not really doing too much. There's the ult. Will he get the Paloma? Is going to get the in cap? Likely no. Going to counter immaterial and get it. So yeah, when you're going up against a Jumong, it's really important not to queue first because you're basically forfeiting your advantage. So good job there by the blue Jumong to be patient. However, red Jumong didn't have much of a choice there. Sorry, had to get some water again there, gang. Starting off with a hammer to the face. Uldur going to get healed back up. Red Jumong putting out the poke. The root is going to hit. Where's the follow-up here? Going to have to other side. So red team other side is down. Freya trying to get in there. The counter's going to be triggered. No real pressure followed up quite yet, though. As I lied. Freya taking down Dangerous to the low. Already down to about 10 health. She's going to have to fall back. She has 12 health. Does get the orb. Waiting for the other orbs to spawn. And the blue team didn't get really anything out of that. I'm sorry, the red team didn't get anything out of that. Blue team almost takes no damage. Other side going to come off. There's the in cap as Freya trying to get away again. Going to leap in, grab a couple of health orbs. She's back up to 33 health. Gets the shield. The Petrify coming out. Here's going to be some big damage as the E comes out. Is going to get hit. Uses the E to avoid it, but she's taken out. So Freya almost obliterated immediately. Red team grabs the orb though, and so actually not too big of a difference as far as a health lead right now. Will they be able to get this kill onto Jumong as he is the lowest, or will they be able to get onto somebody else? Blue Paloma taking a bit of pressure, going to other side to get away. Red Paloma taken out as the ult just not in time, and so the blue team is going to look like it's going to take another round here. So after the red team starting off quite strong, has given up 3 rounds in a row to go down 4-2. Unless Jumong does something crazy here, but it's really unlikely. So I think right now the real problem is they're doing a great job of punishing this Freya. So Freya's got to try to get in there and either counter or pull them in or wait. I really think double hammer would have been helpful here because she'd be able to do, more poke against this all melee, or I'm sorry, all range composition. She's the only melee in the game, so she's got to try to get in there somehow. And she's just having a really hard time. So maybe if Jumong and Paloma can force out some of the survival skills, and there's that counter, the root coming out, going to leap away wisely and get healed back up. So there's the Rain of Arrows, a lot of damage coming out onto the Paloma and Uldur. Because the other thing is Freya tries to enter. They have 2 healers, they being the blue team, and it just allows them to heal up any of that pressure coming out. She jumps in, does get the middle orb. The panic coming out, though. She's a little out of position. Will she be able to get out as she gets root? The damage coming in. Oh, the EXM1. So much damage coming in. Paloma, though, going to push him back. There's the root. The heal coming out onto her. As Freya taken down solo. The counter not going to be triggered. She's falling back, gets rooted, and killed again. It looked like Uldur almost got taken out, though, by the red Jumong. So will they be able to get this? The red team gets the orb, so it's still an opportunity here. You see Uldur playing so far back. The EX is hit though, puts Jumong into range, does a bit of damage on the Uldur, but they're just going to heal that back up. The root is out on the blue team. Jumong doesn't have his Q for the blue team, so this is their opportunity to put some damage on him if they can. Couple space trades there. There's the Rain of Arrows. Damage coming out onto Paloma. Paloma is, I think the blue team got that. Yeah, I think the blue team got that middle orb. Not 100% sure though. Rain of Arrows again, forcing the red Paloma to reposition. As it seems like, unfortunately here for the red team, that Freya has just been really difficult for them to, really difficult for her to get in, and the blue team just dealt with her so well. The stun going to be avoided. Will they be able to get this kill here? This is the opportunity. All going to come out. Going to miss the damage coming out. And there is the kill onto Jumong. So Paloma, unfortunately, I think you are alone there. There it is. And so blue team going to get the victory. And let me make sure I did this right. So, oh man, blue team. Oh, you're going to get all the coins, man. You're the only one to vote for it. So nice job. So unfortunately, this voting system is it's a little goofed in my opinion. So you get all the coins of the